Hello everyone, welcome back to the Christmas in July Hop hosted by left-handed crafter who is Brandy and myself, Ruth Inkwell. And today I'm going to share with you how to make a flipbook. Now this flipbook was inspired by a couple of people and also requested by Inyana on Instagram because she wanted to know how I made my flipbook so sturdy. The postage type theme actually came from DawnH Creates, and last week on week 3 she shared a ceramic postage ornament, and so I figured, since I like postage theme and travel theme, that I would do a letter to Santa flipbook for my project this week. And what I've decided is to use items that I would normally use when I am outside of my craft area. So what I normally do is bring a basket with me and just bring some simple supplies and cut up some paper to what I think in my mind I'm going to the size that I think I'm going to use. And then when I get home, I usually start making adjustments to what I've created outside of my craft area. So let me share with you a couple of tools that I'm going to use. Now this is an example of the flipbook that I'll be creating. It measures approximately 5 by 7 and with a 3/4 inch spine on either side. I'm going to try and use as many of the same supplies as I have in this flipbook, but as I mentioned, it may not come out exactly the same, but you'll get the idea. I just want to create the base for you, and then you can actually do all of the decorations as you wish and as you have time. Let's see what else. So this image, I actually got it off of Google search. I just did a search for vintage Santa, since the theme this week is Santa, and printed it off. And I don't think there's any magic to how sturdy I create my flipbooks. I pretty much just use 2 cardstocks and glue them together. So when I'm out and about, I usually take my 9 by 12 basket and I fill it with things that I think I'm going to need. Now I have a travel size scoreboard, scissors, glue, cardstock, and I'll just pile up with you what I normally have for the project that I'm going to be creating on the go. Some ribbon, washi tape, because this is postage theme. I have special delivery, some airmail, and do not open until December 25th washi tape, some glitter washi tape samples that I received in a swap. And I'm not necessarily sure if I will be using all of the materials, but at least I have enough that I can create something while I'm out and about. So I have here some cardstock and a treat bag, and I like to try and keep things organized. I have a hole punch, pencil, glue stick, some pom-pom, and some clothespins to tie things down while, since sometimes you wish you had that third hand. And I have my travel size paper trimmer, some labels, die cut labels. I'm not sure if I'll be needing those. And let's see what else. My circle punch, and some plain cardstock, but I also carry this this paper pad and some other cardstock, some glitter. This is glitter adhesive scrapbook paper, so I'm not sure if I need that. And I'm not going to fully decorate this this flip book. I'm going to try and just do the base for you, and then you can carry on from there. And I'm also going to and then since I'm on the go, I usually like to plan out. I have a couple of journaling cards and other doodads here in this basket that I won't take out right now. But I usually, as I was mentioning, I usually like to plan out what I'm going to be creating. So I've used plain copy paper, and in the end, here is what I plan to accomplish. And then, you know, as your creative juices start to kick in, then you can make the other adjustments as you go. Let's see what else. So yeah, and then I have my notes on things I need to make sure that I grab, like, you know, all of this stuff that's on the table right now. So let me share with you this flip book once it's opened, in case you don't have time, you know, to stick around for the finale. So here it is. It's a 3-panel flip book, which measures approximately 5 by 7. And then on the back, I've created another pocket. So I'll share with you how to get that done. And all of these images were from Google search, and then printed at my local photo print shop. I can do it here, but I can do it here at home, but sometimes you just need an image printed. And also Carmen from Elemental Design inspired me in making this flip book as well, because we were recently talking about printed images and how much cheaper it is if you refill your own ink. So that's what I'm going to start doing. She shared with me a couple of links for my particular printer. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody that that has inspired me to continue on this journey. So let me try and make sure that I stay on frame and work as quickly as I can. So first I'm going to create the this postage frame that's around the Santa image. So what I do is I take 4 by 6 cardstock. I think it's approximately, okay, 4 by 6. And I'm going to be using a different image for this. So I'm going to use this one. Let's see. What I normally do is glue the image down. So I have this white part right here that I need to trim down, or I'm just going to use a different picture for now. Yeah, I don't know. I have I'm very limited on what I can use, so I'll go ahead and use this one. Make sure I have my glue stick out, and my Elmer's glue needs to be, because it's almost empty. This is like my favorite glue, the Extreme or the Glue All. So yeah, I need to make sure that this is upside down because there's not much to it, so that it's ready to go when I need it. So I'm just going to trim this part off. All right, that's good enough. So I'm going to make a postage. Now, this is for people that don't have a postage die, or if you don't want to carry your die cut machine and your dies around. This is just a quick postage, what you call it? Just something quick that I do. So I'm going to center this as much as I can. Then I'm going to trace around it with my marker. Make sure I don't cover the image with this black marker. All right, then I take my hole punch and just use just punch out half a circle with your hole punch and then you just space it out. Don't worry about being uneven. I should use my distress ink, and I might be able to do that. So here's what I have so far. I hope you can see that. Let me take another piece of cardstock so that you can see what I'm doing here. It's just a half, you know, to create that postage edge. And I usually carry a hole punch because if I need to make a closure, I can easily do that with a hole punch than I can with anything else. See, right here I messed up, but I don't want to take any more time than I need to because I really appreciate the time that you take to stop by and watch me go. So yeah, you just eyeball, you just, you know, space it out. If you're very particular, you can definitely take a ruler and measure out the edges that you want to use. So that's what it looks like. And as I mentioned, I was going to use my distress ink so that at least it looks a little better when I put this together. So I usually wait until everything dries before I start messing with it, but you know, for this intent, for this purpose, for this quick video, I just want to share with you how I go about it. All right, so my front image is complete, and I'll put that to the side, and I'm going to take 2 sheets of cardstock that I'm going to glue together with this extreme glue stick. And a lot of times when I'm on the go, my workspace is limited, so that's why I'm just limiting what I have. And usually I put my basket on the floor. But yeah, just, you know, you got to work with what you have at the time, and then just go from there. And I've done this video once on my iPhone, and when I went to upload it to YouTube, a 40-minute video, only 40 minutes, only 4 minutes uploaded. I have no idea what is up with that, but that's what happened. So this is my second go at it, and I haven't had a chance to try and figure out what happened. I just know that I am fully committed to the Christmas and hop, and being late to anything is not my thing. But you know, you have to be flexible because things in life can throw a curve and you have to make adjustments. And that's where I am today, making adjustments, because my family comes first, and I'm sure that yours does too. So what I do here is I make sure before I start scoring that my 2 cardstocks are glued together and dried. And what I usually do is give this a minute to dry, and then I will start working on something else. But I don't have, so my image, when I fold it and score it, it's going to be on the right hand side, my right, from where I'm giving this tutorial. All right, so it's going to be on this side, and I'm going to score 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch, and then down here at the bottom is going to be about 1.5 inches. Okay, so here we go. My image is here, so it's at 5 approximately. No, it's at, yeah, it's at 5. And from my 5 mark, there's my score at 5. And then I'm going to go to 1/4. Yeah. I'm going to go to 5 3/4 and score, because I want a 3/4 spine. All right. And then, yeah, so I want a 3/4 inch spine, and that's where I want to, and this is where I want my image to go. And that's my 3/4 spine. And then what you do is overlap your second one on top of the first one, and you're going to, from this score here, you're going to do another 3/4, another 3/4 score. I just want to make sure I have it nice and flush before I start scoring. And then I'm going to go, so this is half, so I'm going to go to 3/4 and score there. And so this is my end piece, and I want to create a flap. So I'm going to do a flap that measures approximately 1/2 inch, or 1.5 inches. And then my pocket, I'm going to fold that in. So just make sure, I'm trying to make sure I don't confuse myself or you all. So that's going to go here. And then I want to fold. That's all right. So I want to fold at 1.5 inches, because this is going to be my pocket. So I'm going to fold this in like this. And it's not perfectly, because I am trying to rush. So let me try and slow it down a little bit. All right, so make sure that I have all my folds. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Yep. Okay. So my image is going to go here like that. And then this second part, let me make sure I have a, I am folding this at 1.5 inches, because this is going to create a pocket. Why is it not scoring? Here we go. All right, then I'm going to take it 1.5 inches. And if you're making a larger flip book, then of course, you know, you make adjustments for the measurements of your flip book. I'm just doing a small one. So I can share with you the technique that I use to create sturdier flip books. All right. And then I'm going to fold this bottom one, make sure it has a nice crease. And then this flap here that I wanted to, you don't have to do this part. This is just where I'm going to stick my my embellished or altered paper clips. And then I'm going to clip this part off. Okay, now where my 3/4 spine is, I'm going to take this part off because this makes it easier to create a pocket that doesn't buckle. And I'm going to do that on the front cover as well, on this other cardstock. Make sure at least it's somewhat even. Okay. And then as you start layering more and more cardstock, your flip book will be a lot sturdier. But right now it's pretty thick. If you use heavy cardstock, I would caution you because a lot of times the spine will crack, and you can definitely cover it up with washi tape, but I don't know, something about that just doesn't appeal to me. So these two pieces that I'm going to glue together, on the first one I'm going to do a half-inch circle, this. My words are not coming together, okay? So then I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue all three corners. I mean all three sides. And then I'm going to tape these one on top of the other like this. I mean, not tape them, I'm going to glue one on top of the other like this. Off-centered a little bit because you want to be able to fold it. All right, so while that's drying, this bottom part here, one flap is going to be on the top and the other flap is going to be on the bottom, like that. Make sure that it's even, because you can definitely cover this later. So then you're going to glue each of these sides together to create a pocket. And I'm going to use my circle punch to create this tab here. I guess you could do them on all the sides, so there and there. All right, so that's that. And then on the back side where you created that second pocket. All right, so now I have 6 sides to decorate. I've got 3 on the front and 3 on the back. Before I paste this image to the front, what I'm going to do is use my ribbon, and I don't have sturdy glue right now, but I'm going to attempt to use my extreme glue, and this is going to create a closure. You can do the closure, however you wish, but because I'm doing airmail, I think this is appropriate. And then I'm going to glue my image down. Then I will get my other cardstock and cover up so at least you get an idea. Cover that up and cover this part up, even though it's going to be folded in. This measures 4.5 by 6, this sheet of paper. And you can definitely, you know, I'm thinking about this now. This same technique that I used on the front cover, I could do it on the rest of the panels of this flip book. All right, so there I have my 3 panels. And let's see what I have here. All right. Then I'm going to use my washi tape. I'm going to use it for the spine. And I usually like to reinforce my washi with some more of this extreme tape, because as you know, washi doesn't really stick that well. And you know, for embellishing or adding goodies to your flip book, you can make a Santa hat with a clothespin. You can add a Secret Santa key. A key, you know, for those that don't have, for those children that don't have chimneys in at their house and they're wondering how Santa is going to come inside, you can create a magic key. You can add Secret Santa. I keep saying Secret Santa, but you can add Santa cookie recipe, reindeer food recipe, some Santa postcards, the Santa belt tags that I shared with you in my first Christmas in July hop video. And those are naughty and nice list would be nice to add as well. A Christmas shopping list maybe. There's plenty of ideas for Christmas, you know, that you can add to your flip book for Santa. All right, so that's my spine, and then I will decorate the same way on the inside. Oh, this washi tape is driving me bananas. All right, so I think it wants to be used, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. I'm not going to glue it. I'm just going to pat it down. Oh my goodness, what a mess. All right. Okay, so now these flaps. I'm gonna add this pocket here in the center because it fits. And then I'm gonna forgot to add some more washi on this side. Okay. You can make it all pretty, but I'm gonna add a pocket on this side. I'm gonna glue this down. Where did my glue go? Oh, goodness. Okay. I think once I glue this together, my bag's not going to fit, but we'll see. Okay, so, all right. If I had a glue gun, I would use that. But usually when I'm on the go, I don't have electricity or any power source with me. So if I really need a glue gun, then this is something that I would wait until I do get a power source and then glue it down. And then use my glue gun, but usually when I'm on the go, I don't have that. I don't have an access to that. So this here creates a pocket. And then this part here, down at the bottom, you can cover that up with washi tape. You know, when you fold the two pieces on opposite ends, you're going to get that opening. So that can easily be covered with washi tape. So it's not exposed, but you know, it's up to you. All right, so let's see, are my pockets sealed? This one is. So there's a pocket there. And then, oh yeah, I said I was going to cover these up. Oh, good grief. I just made it. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this down. I think I need more glue on this end. For right now, I'm going to use this washi. And then on this end, I have this that I can use to cover that up. And then my paper clips are going to go in this flap here. So this is a flap, and you can decorate this part also. All right, so here I'm done with the bases of the book. So it would fold in like that. Oh, made a mistake. All right, so my mistake is that I glued too much of this ribbon because you see what happens here? You don't need to glue it all the way. So this is good that it's happening on camera so that you don't make the same mistake when you are creating your flip book with this type of closure. So now I would tie it together and make it look pretty. Okay, then I would cut this off. My bows never look pretty on camera. So there you have it. a Dear Santa Flipbook with a 3/4 spine, and there's the back with a pocket, and then you have your inside pockets, and it's nice and sturdy. And the gusset, the 3/4 inch spine, will allow you to add extra goodies to your flipbook. So thank you all for watching. Please watch and watch all of the other participants in the hop. And I really appreciate you stopping by. Sorry this video took extra long, but you can definitely fast forward to where you want to see it at any time. So thank you all. Bye-bye.